Released in 2000, Memento, Christopher Nolan's probably best movie in my eyes, is one of those ones that's such a simple story, so devilishly constructed, so wonderfully edited, perfectly acted, and just one of those ones that every time I watch it, I'm just marvelled by the genius taken to put this thing together. That it's one of those movies that I think everybody should have within their collection. And the story is, at its heart, fairly simple. We've got Leonard Shelby, played by Guy Pearce, a man whose wife was attacked, raped and murdered. He was given a head injury to an extent where he can't make new memories, new short-term memories, and he is trying to track down the person that completely changed his life forever.
You know who you are, and you know kind of all about yourself. But just for day-to-day stuff, notes are really useful.
But this is one of those stories that starts at the end and works its way to the beginning, that shows you a scene, and then the next scene repurposes what you've just seen before you while creating a whole new sequence. And it does this thing almost like a nesting Russian doll throughout it, where it's constantly surprising, reinvigorating various sequences that you've seen before. Characters change before your very eyes, from one sequence to the next with almost shocking abandon. It's just so wonderfully put together, and you get this terrific performance from the entire cast, who are asked to do what must be a very difficult job of playing one sequence one way and in the next sequence changing your character completely, because these people are constantly evolving, constantly changing, and constantly surprising the viewer.
I told my boss about your condition and stuff, and he said try and rent him another room.
So how many rooms am I checked into in this shithole?
Just 2 so far.
And this is a movie that I've seen many times before, and it's always the intricacies of the story. It's not just a gimmick. The gimmick is there. It's very apparent, but it's there to aid the story in telling you what's going on. And I think it's a movie of several stories which are all fascinating. You have our main story of Leonard, his situation, and the people he is dealing with. You've got backstories of his wife, backstories of his life before things changed as an insurance investigator. You have the dealings he has with Teddy or Bert in the motel, how these characters and situations are always changing and evolving as well. But you've got other mysteries there, like the truth within the story itself. We're looking at who murdered Leonard's wife, but within the story you have different ideas going on. Did she die? Is she still alive? Did he already catch the murderer and deal with her? Is he on an never-ending quest of constantly reliving his most traumatic event within his life? If it's a film you've never seen, I would say prepare to be blown away by Memento. It is phenomenal filmmaking. And to see just what Christopher Nolan did with these early films before he moved into sort of larger canvases is just unbelievable. It's shocking how well written, directed and constructed these type of films, Memento in particular, are. And it's great to see it getting this kind of treatment from 101 Films, who have released a marvellous disc of that. In fact, talking about disc, let's dive into some of the extras and have a look at it. So here we are in the disc for Memento. Let's go to the extras. First up we have Keepsake, director Christopher Nolan on Memento, which is 19 minutes 37 seconds. He talk about kind of nailing the script of his brother's story, how he followed on from following with this one, how he had the script already done by the time he was doing the festival tour of Following, and was able to pitch his next project off the back of that. Memories, producer Emma Thomas on Memento is 16 minutes 36 seconds, and she kind of jumped talks about the jump from filming with your friends to an actual production within Memento, and actually having people that they had to answer to and constantly get notes by. Next, we have a leap into the unknown. Producer Aaron Ryder on Memento. This is 24 minutes 26. He talks about how he wanted to be a director, how he kind of started off with that, getting into producing, how the DVD market was a big impact on a lot of the films that him and his company released. Memento Mori, an interview with writer Jonathan Nolan, is 31 minutes 45 seconds. Talks a little bit about the creation of the short story, how he feels it lends itself more to cinematic, how he pitched the idea to his brother and it just kind of snowballed from there. Next we have Remember with actor Carrie-Anne Moss on Memento, which is 18 minutes 34 seconds. She kind of talks about the rabid fan base she has for a couple of her films, Memento and Matrix, and she's always surprised that it seems to get equal love, even though one's like a huge movie and one was a bit smaller. Just getting the script, instantly falling in love with the character, the challenges as an actor to create some of the sequences was something that just so exciting for her, which is why she wanted to do the film. Musical Memories, we have composer David Julian on Memento. This is 17 minutes 58 seconds. He talks about the disdain for using temp music when they're creating the first edit, seeing it with the crowd the first time it was shown in the Toronto Film Festival, and how he kind of wishes he'd almost just seen it for the first time ever with a crowd rather than working with it, because it was such a great film to work on. We have a commentary with film critics James Mottram and Sean Hogan. We have the director's commentary, and that is the extras for Memento. So there we have it. The disc for Memento is jam-packed. There is a special edition that comes with a steel book, that comes with bar mats, postcards, the full lot. Is expensive, but it does look particularly great. I'm mulling it over myself. If I pick one up, I'll do an unboxing for it. But at the moment, the film is terrific, as we know. The extras are great yet again. It's a great addition to go with the following disc they recently released. I would, strongly recommend picking up both of these. The on-disc content is just absolutely fantastic. I'd love to know your thoughts on Memento. So let me know in the comment box below whether you love it, hate it, fall somewhere in the middle. I can't wait to read your comments on this one. Where do you think he stands within Nolan's filmography now that he's done many movies after this? Let me know down there in the comment box. As always, there's more content up here where you can check out more of my stuff if you're interested. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program and manvyfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.